Our first guest is one of our all-time favorites. I'm so happy he's here for you folks tonight. His TBS comedy special entitled Let Freedom Hum can be seen at 11 o'clock this Sunday night. Here's our good friend, the always funny Martin Short. Martin. Marty.
Take your seat.
Yeah. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you, as always, for being here.
Well, I'm thrilled to be here.
Thank you.
I really am.
Thank you.
And I'm so honored to be one of your first guests on this new 10 o'clock show. It's so exciting.
Good. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just have to get my primetime cap on.
Yeah.
Oh, you look fabulous.
Oh, thank you, Marty.
Yeah. Looks like Bruce Willis on steroids.
Hey, be nice. Now,
You look fabulous.
be nice.
Who needs hair?
Yeah.
Now listen.
But isn't he terrible?
First of all, let me say this to you.
Who needs hair?
Now, I want to say this to you, and then I'm anxious to hear some of your prepared text.
Okay.
But you, truthfully, hand to God, look fantastic.
Oh, no.
You do.
No, that's...
No, you do.
Please.
I don't know what it is.
No.
You know, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. Last time I was here, you had that slight Susan Boyle bloat that doesn't look so good.
Right.
On a 62-year-old celebrity, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, you just look fantastic. Is it the guy liner? What are you doing?
It is the guy liner. Yeah, it might be the guy.
You could be one of the fourth Jonas Brothers.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You're so buffed and toned with those Michelle Obama arms of yours. It's just...
Yeah, that's good. It's very nice of you to say.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
And I think of you as a friend. We're friends, right?
I think, you know what, this is the thing that so few people talk. I think of you as my best friend.
Right. That's good.
You're my BFF, aren't you?
Yes.
I mean, is there... And I'm telling you, Dave is, you know how modest he can be, but I'm telling you, this is one of the most thoughtful people you have ever met in your life. You know, you go to a restaurant with him, and not only does he know the waitress's name, which is amazing to me, but it's also amazing that they're all named Dollface. So I think it's absolutely...
Marty.
But it is, let me, truthfully, it's a thrill to be here.
Good to have you here.
It's more than a thrill, actually, it's an obligation.
So
I'm here.
Every show into an event, my friend.
I do?
Tell me about your, well, how's the family? What do you got
my
going
kids
with
are
the
good.
family? Good?
Yeah, well, you know, we just celebrated, we had the Father's Day, you know. I have 3 children, one of each, and...
Hello.
But, you know, I mean... You know, so we were in our cottage, you know, we just came down in Canada. You know, I'm Canadian. Many Canadians? We're the illegals you don't deport. And,
Good for us.
yeah.
Good for you.
Good for all of us, really.
It's a win-win, sure.
But, you know, because we have different traditions. You know, Father's Day in Canada, we fast until dusk. Yeah, and then of course there are the parades. So it's a whole different.
I didn't know about the fasting.
Yeah.
It's the first time hearing.
Oh no, it's very, very different. Remember, on Thanksgiving we stuffed the turkey through the beak. Now I've told you that.
Yeah, that's right.
How did you have a nice day with your son Jerry?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I said, did you have a nice Father's Day with your son Jerry?
Yes, his name's Harry, but yes.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that better.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, good.
That's a better name.
They're very similar.
I used to, you know, I'm not a big fan of the Hallmark Hallmark card
Sure,
kind of holidays.
too much.
But Father's Day, I think, I adored my father. God rest his soul. He's not dead yet, but it's not looking good. I mean, it's by a thread.
Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
What? No, I'm kidding. He's gone.
Yeah.
And he was Irish.
Oh, I'm sorry, he is gone?
He is gone.
Yeah, okay. So you were
Well,
just...
I mean, he died in 1970. I don't think it's too soon to do a joke.
Yeah.
He doesn't know the pressures I'm under.
Yeah.
But he was Irish. So it was like a... And I used to say to him, Dad, why make the noise? Just drink the gin.
Oh, my.
Oh, I did some writing.
You're good. Now, Marty, for many, many reasons, I have long admired your career, not the least of which is the versatility that it manifests and the travels and the various incarnations. And I see here recently you were performing in Australia.
Yeah, I did a tour of Australia.
Tour of Australia. That's just
Melbourne.
great.
It was good.
Yeah.
In my one-man show, Stroke Me Lady Fame, it's called. And then in some cities, they're a little more conservative, so we change it to Sunday in the Park with George Michael. So we alternate.
I see. You have to be flexible.
You have to be flexible.
Yeah.
And this is, I've done satires and one-man shows and lots of things, but this is kind of like a frenzied free form that the great commedia dell'artists of 16th century Florence would describe as paying back taxes between 79 and 86.
Oh, I see. Well, tell us about your experience.
Well, it's unbelievable. I met my first koala.
Yeah.
Delicious, They have all these strange, and Australia. It's like a continent. The people are brilliant. They're very heavy set.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's heavy. Now that they fueled my plane and let me leave, I can say that. Yeah, in fact, when a great white shark attacks a swimmer, he can't finish him. That's how big.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they have.
We should have had that on our list. That would have been a good one for our list. I wish you'd been out here for that.
It didn't work?
Yeah, it was perfect.
You can edit. No, it's fabulous, and well, of course, the phrases like down under, and in the bush, and roaming the outback, and it's like a first date with Paris Hilton. It's just a. It's different, is what I'm saying.
First date.
First date, not second.
That should be your first date.
And then they had this gambling tournament that was this.
I have it right here.
Well, there you go.
Martin Short's Celebrity Poker Tournament. Now, I know you play recreationally.
I do. Not particularly well, but I do play poker.
Right.
But they made up these things, and yeah.
This is like a large playing card right here. There's the invitation.
Yes.
Looks like a prestigious
It looks pretty classy so far, wouldn't you say? Then there's that side.
I like that too.
See, the last time anything was that airbrushed, Wayne Newton had just posed for the poster of Equus. But I wish you'd do more things like this. You hide out.
I will. I'll get around to that.
will?
No, I'll get around to that
Okay,
when I
good.
travel again.
Yeah. No, but truthfully, it's the most fantastic, beautiful. And
tell me about the place you stayed. Where? Sydney, Melbourne?
I was in Sydney, Melbourne, and Perth, and Brisbane. And,
nice places? You stay in
beautiful
hotels?
places, but a horrible thing happened, and this is like a true story, so it doesn't even have to have an ending, because it actually happened, and it sounds made up, but it's not made up. I was naked one day, and I had a suite at the Hilton Hotel in Sydney, and I went, there was like kind of an outer hallway, and then the main hallway, and then so I went to get, I was naked, buck naked, and I went to get the newspaper, it was the New York Times, they delivered, and I went out, and I kind of reached for it, and just grabbed too far, and I heard bang.
Ooh.
And the door closed. The door closed, and you're now naked in life for the first time, just like in all those dreams. And I didn't know what to do, and I panicked, And so then I went back and tried the door again like it
Sure.
was going to be open.
Yeah.
It wasn't open. and then I picked up the newspaper, and luckily it was the New York Times Sunday edition. Thank you. Thank you so much. So I looked down the hallway. I looked in the hallway and I saw one of those phones, you know, on a little stand. And I just decided there's nothing I can do except walk toward it. So I got the paper and I started. Well, I wasn't walking like that, but I was walking. I wasn't doing a little march.
No, why not? You should have been doing that.
I'm a mean old flag. I'm a heck of a flag. I wasn't doing that. So I had the paper there. And as my wife later said, why didn't you take half the section and put it like that? I didn't
Exactly,
think.
yeah.
So then I went down, and then I saw a maid cleaning a room, and I went, hello, hello. And the guy next door opened his door, saw me, and closed the door. And then the maid came out and went, woo! Mr. Short, you have made my day.
Well, there you go. Oh, my. All right. He's here. He's agreed to stay a little bit longer. We'll be right back with Martin Short, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my. All right, now.
This is my middle name.
Do you have Marty, do you have a story from the nascent stage of your career, the beginning days, maybe going back to something with you and Paul in Canada, anything like that we can
Well,
hit on?
Paul, you know, and I are oldest friends, and I met Paul in 1972. And I was there when he was just starting. You know, he was the first one to rock
Toronto?
it. We're in Toronto, Ontario, and it's Gilda Radner and Eugene Levy and Dave Thomas and all these guys and John Candy and Danny Aykroyd. But Paul was the first one to be asked to go to New York by Stephen Schwartz, and he was doing the show More Than You Deserve, but he had to get there. He had to get there that night, or he wouldn't. So I drove him in my Volkswagen convertible, and Paul was frantic. You know, he had hair then, if you call that hair, you know. And but he was frantic to get there. And I had an old Volkswagen convertible, and the cord that goes into my accelerator pedal fell out. So the car went, and we were on the freeway. I said, Paul, the only way we can get to the airport if you're going to make your flight is you have to get on the ground by my feet and be my accelerator. So if I say, pull, you go, slow down, pull, ah. So Paul said, well, I'm terrified. I'm a musician. My fingers are so important to me. I said, then you can't make it. You can't get there. So he got on the ground. He's doing, all right. I sang faster. Ah, this is hurting me. Ah, my fingers are bleeding. This is wrong for a musician, you know. But he got there, and Paul's written this fabulous book called, what's it called?
We'll be here for the rest of our lives. Yeah, so we'll be here for the rest of our lives, and it comes out in October.
Yeah. And it's fantastic.
Oh,
It's an amazing book.
Yeah,
Tremendous. It's just loaded with great showbiz stories and insight.
I enjoyed it so much that the next time I read it, I'm turning the TV off.
Hey. That's what friends are for. That's what friends are for.
Marty,
No.
I hate to burden you because you certainly...
Then don't do it, Dave.
All right. You've certainly carried the show on your back yet again tonight, but how about a song? Do you have a song?
Well, again... Is this something you'd want? Well, I did get thinking on the cab ride here tonight, because they won't send a car, about summer. We're now into the summer, and there's so many wonderful moments about summer and privileges that can be realized through the summer, through loving and mating and the smells, and there's a song that I'd love to just look you in the eye and sing.
Well, we thought maybe, no, Marty.
Kind of like a look at that face.
No, Marty,
just look at it. Look at like kind of a newly thing.
No, we thought maybe right over there you'd be more comfortable.
Do I not understand?
Right over there.
You're sure this is the right decision?
I think that's the lighting. The lighting
very
is
good.
Right over there.
You know, in my business, or in our business, it's no secret that fate smiles on celebrities more than, shall we say, you folk. Hey, don't come down on me. I didn't write the rules. Because let's face it, at the end of the day, my rock bottom is still your wildest dreams. But here's my point. But let me share with you a little tale about one of the times the gods gave me a special nod to say, Martin, we think you're great. One first date on summer's eve, strolling through the woods in short sleeves. I had to break the ice, so to entice this happening chick, I proposed she forgo her clothes, and I checked for ticks. Our next date, what I had in mind was Connecticut, the town of Lyme. We were walking through dead leaves when in my briefs I felt a prick. And she said, don't frown, strip down, turn around, and I'll check for ticks. One magic night, moments after we had tucked in, I felt a gentle bite, but it wasn't arachnid that was sucking. I learned a lesson then and there. Those parasites made us a pair. She's Cleopatra wielding tweezers. I'm living Caesar's life. Out of the forest, love came in a flash. Cupid's arrow landed in my bullseye rash. That pain in the ass, it led me to my
Martin Short, ladies and gentlemen, the great Martin Short. Take a bow, Marty. Unbelievable.
David Letterman.
God bless you.
Thanks, David.
Have a great summer. We'll be right back with Regina Spektor. Now, here's the deal on this next guy. I don't know how to tell you this, other than he's the funniest guy I know, I think.
That's right.
Honestly.
You've said this many times.
Yeah, and here's what you do. If somebody says, hey, Larry, if you're Larry, or Kenny, if you're Kenny, you want to go to a movie, and you say, what's playing? And they say, oh, it's a cupcake for Kitty. Oh, I don't know. They say, is there anything? And then all you got to do is say, is Eugene Levy in the movie? And if they say yes, go see the movie.
That's simple as that.
If Eugene Levy is not in the movie,
don't bother seeing it.
Our next guest is a very funny and talented actor who can be seen in a new film entitled Taking Woodstock. Well, there you go. Is Eugene Levy in it? Yeah. Just that simple. Go see the movie.
That's it.
It opens on Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Eugene Levy, everybody.
Peace, man.
Thank you very much. Same to you.
Peace.
I've seen you. You've had a nice, long, fruitful career, and I've never seen you in something that wasn't funny. And I can remember years and years and years ago, going back to SCTV and those shows and like that. Just tremendous.
Nobody has been kinder to me over the years than you.
And where has it got you?
Huh?
Yeah,
well.
But Eugene, were you ever in something that wasn't that funny? Were you ever in something where it was just, oh my God, I can't wait to get out of this deal?
Have you seen my work?
And happily married family man celebrating an anniversary. What is the anniversary?
Well, my wife and I just celebrated 32 years of marriage. My wife, Deb, I married an amazing woman. 32 years of marriage. I'm shocked we made it past 20.
Really?
Well, you know, 12 years ago, I made a bit of a faux pas.
Oh.
Well, not an Elliot Spitzer-sized faux pas, but, you know, sizable enough that it very easily could have ended the marriage.
Could you share it with us?
And I will share it with you.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm here. I credit my wife, Deb, and her amazing sense of humor for not throwing in the towel on this thing. And I will tell it, although I really shouldn't, because, you know, I just don't come out looking good in this at all, you know. I wouldn't be servicing myself. by telling it.
I see.
But as long as it stays in this room.
Okay. Pretty good chance that it will.
So let me give you a little background on my adorable wife, Deb, she's the one who does everything in our marriage to keep our lives rolling along on a day-to-day basis. She's the financial guru. She's the family psychologist. She deals with all the tradespeople. Right. She does a lot of the heavy lifting in the house because, you know, I have a very sensitive back.
I've heard that, yeah.
So, naturally, over the years, I've just become like Mr. Magoo in her eyes, you know? I just, what are we doing now, dear? So, here's the story. About a dozen years ago, we're thinking of moving to Los Angeles from Toronto, and we're trying to place our kids, Dan and Sarah, into a school.
Oh, wow.
In Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Private school, because evidently that's what you do in Los Angeles. Yeah. And so I'm at home one night. I'm not doing anything, really, thinking about myself.
I understand.
Only good things, I might add.
Yeah, sure.
And my wife Deb, comes down from her office, and she's got a stack of school application forms, and she dumps them in my lap, and she says, you know, I was going to do these tonight, but frankly, my day is done. So why don't you fill these things out,
sure.
and let's try and get them in the mail tomorrow. So I go into the kitchen, she goes into the family room and leaves through some mags, and I start going through these things. Now, this day will come, but, you know, for those people who have gone through these private school application forms, they're the worst. It's a nightmare. First of all, you got to fill out so many of them, because if you think you're getting your kid into a school that you want, ain't going to happen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's right. You have to have some backups.
Well, not every dad's on the A list. Let's put it that way. So, and they're so thick, you know, and they require the kind of information you just don't have at your fingertips.
Sure.
You know, like the phone number of your accountant or the address of your bank branch manager. You know, I'm just an actor.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, I just can't be expected to retain this kind of information,
All right,
you know?
I'll tell you what, with this in mind, by way of setup, let's do a commercial. We'll come back and you tell us
what
the rest of the story.
What a perfect place for a commercial.
Perfect. We'll be right back here. Now listen,
We're back.
Okay, so you're about ready to fill out the applications, multiple applications, and they're quite comprehensive.
Yes. So I start filling these things out, and I'm going crazy because I'm 2 hours into it. I'm on page 3 of the first application.
Ooh.
And, you know, my mood is, you know, turning into the setting sun. You know, it's like rapidly sinking in the west.
Right.
And I'm getting resentful. I'm resenting my kids for wanting to go to school. And, you know, and I reached this section in the application form that wants information on your spouse. Like, you know, spouse's maiden name, spouse's date of birth, spouse's, you know, place of birth. And then there's a little box that says, color of eyes.
Yeah.
I know this one.
Yeah.
Brown. Or is it hazel? Or hazel. Rule out green. I know it's not blue. Brown or hazel. I know enough not to pose the question to the wife. But at the same time, I just want to get through this application form. Yeah. So I actually yell into the other room, Deb, what color are your eyes? And without missing a beat, she yells back, ask my lawyer.
Whoa. Wow. That is cold, buddy.
And she keeps throwing it up every now and then, throwing it up, you know, in my face, you know, the implication being I'm not romantic.
Yeah.
So.
But you got past the 20-year mark and smooth sailing ever since.
We're still going. Yeah.
Let's take a look here at this. Taking Woodstock. It's an interesting idea about the, and this is like the 40-year anniversary. Did you go to Woodstock?
No. One of the big regrets in my life was I never got to go.
Why didn't you go?
I was working on a porn film.
No, you weren't.
I wasn't in the porn film.
I see. What were you, towel boy?
No, I was. I wish.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. I was assistant camera guy, and you know, it actually wasn't a porn film. It was a movie with a lot of naked people just doing
having
a lot
sex.
of
Sure.
lot of writhing around.
I
But you know, we all felt there was
That's
there was a story that had to be told.
I thought David Geffen had something to do with you not going to Woodstock.
He advised me not to go.
David Geffen advised you not
but
to
that's
go.
that's another story.
Yeah, exactly. And it looked at, where was it shot? It certainly looks like it would be upstate New York. Was it upstate New York?
It was shot in upstate New York on a location very near the actual location.
And you play the owner of Yasgur's farm, Max Yasgur, is that right?
Max Yasgur, yeah, that's right.
And you look different in the film than you do here tonight. Was that so you would look more like Max Yasgur, or was that just a...
Well, you know, we had I had my initial meeting with Ang Lee, and it was very intimidating for me because, you know, I didn't want to look stupid. You know, because he's a big director, and I've done a lot of movies, and I've had a lot of meetings with a lot of directors, and looking stupid usually works for me. But anyway, I sit down, and he asked me, "What do you think of Max Yasgur?" And I said, "Well, you know, I don't think I have to do an impersonation of the guy because I have physical traits that kind of look like him, but I don't think I have to look or sound like him. I don't want to be handcuffed to what he looks like, because I don't think the audience really knows what he looks or sounds like." And while I'm talking, he's staring at my hair, which, you know, even on a good day is a little disconcerting.
Yeah, I understand.
You know, to me, but that's another story.
Yeah.
So he says, "Would you shave your hair back on your head because Max's hairline recedes much more than yours? Would you shave your hair?" And I said, "Okay, hold that thought for a second. You want me to look exactly like Max Yasgur?" He said, "That would be good." I said, "But you don't want me to sound like, you want me to sound like Max Yasgur too?" He said, "If you could sound like him, that would be good."
Wow.
I said, "So you want me to do an impersonation of Max Yasgur?" He said, "It's very important if you look and sound like him." So right away in my first minute of a creative discussion with this great director, I couldn't be more wrong with my instincts, you know, as an actor. And you know, I ended up working with this lovely man who's just a genius.
All right, let's see what happens. Taking Woodstock, Eugene Levy. This film opens on Friday. The great Eugene Levy, ladies and gentlemen, taking Woodstock, opens Friday. Enjoy the rest of the summer, Eugene.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you.
My best to your wife. We'll be right back with Jet, everybody. Nice job, Eugene. Steve Martin.
Thank you.
You know who I like is that you're friends with Marty Short.
Marty
right?
Short,
Where did you guys, it was a film, you working on a film?
We worked on a film, but actually he works for me now. Marty is my valet.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. I mean, what, you want to... Marty, are you out there? You're working? He's working. He's
what
my
is he
stuff.
doing? Marty, who?
Come here, Marty. Hey. You knew the ratings tonight were going to be big. You couldn't stay off.
Well, that's why. He's off when you're mic'd all day.
This is. Do you remember our ventriloquist bit?
I sure do.
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, say hello to Uncle Dave.
Oh, was that you? Okay, start again. It's been a while. Go ahead.
We haven't done it for a long time. Hey, say hello to Uncle Dave.
Hi, Uncle Dave. How are you?
Well,
I'm fine, Marty.
well, little Marty.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Well, little Marty, how's your family?
They're all dead.
Oh, really?
Oh, no. What a horrible, horrible turn of events. They're all dead.
Terrible.
Well,
this is so much fun.
I think
You
ventriloquism
spend
can't
one
have
more minute on his lap, you're going to get blackmailed. Tell us how you guys met and how long you've been working together.
We met...
Three Amigos?
Three Amigos, yeah. Yeah, that was the first one.
Yeah.
And then, you know, we made Three Amigos, then we made Father the Bride 1 and 2.
Wow.
A Prince of Egypt, and of course, Sophie's Choice. So that's 6 films.
Really, I don't recall the two of you in Sophie's
Yeah.
Choice. I'll look for it again.
I don't know which one to take. That was my
I didn't. Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, well, remembers that movie. And anyway,
You've already made two very tragic jokes already.
Which one? What's the first one?
Your family being dead?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Now,
kind of bad. Yeah.
What kind of things do you do for fun?
Sorry, we're talking.
That's quite all right.
The first thing, I didn't know much about Marty Short. In fact, when Chevy and I were doing the Three Amigos, and we found out Marty was available, and we thought, well, maybe it can be just 2 Amigos. Anyway, so I didn't know much. I was on the set, going to the set the first day from the trailer, and I heard from behind me Katharine Hepburn. Remember what you said?
You were walking in.
Where the hell's my bicycle?
I'm like, what's that?
Are you part of the group that, maybe I have this confused with the poker game, that routinely gets together for colonoscopies?
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, but sometimes we just forget about the poker.
No, we've had 2 full colonoscopies together.
No, we did it as a group. But it's not a poker group.
No, it's not.
I mean, only.
But a poker is involved. Yeah, that's right. Sure.
But you know, it's a great way to do it. To get together, we had Tom Hanks.
That's true. Walter Parks.
Yeah.
And the 4 of us, we play cards.
We spent the night at my house.
Yeah.
Preparing. Drink the stuff.
Stuff.
You know.
Little Jello, and then we play poker. Although at no time all 4 are at the table.
And then, by the way, I never thought we'd talk about this, but it's a great way to do it. You do it socially and.
And I heard that the last time everybody got a clean bill of health except someone had a polyp.
Wow.
Wow, stuff really gets out, doesn't it? Wow. But you read the New York Times. Or did you see a big headline from afar?
It was 4 heads, 1 polyp.
It was removed and everything was fine. Is what I don't know.
We have it. We have it. We got it right here in the thing.
No, I have it. I'm carrying it. There you go.
Thank you. Here's that.
It's called my lucky polyp.
And upcoming projects that you'll do together? Anything in the works?
No, I don't.
We're
Well, what are you working on, baby?
You know what? I've also seen pictures of the two of you water surfing, waterboarding, body surfing.
Oh, yeah, we go on vacation every year together.
Yeah, body surfing.
Leave the wives at home.
Yeah.
But you don't look like
fit.
No. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, that's what
you don't look
wanted
like
to say.
body surfers exactly.
Well, body surfing is just dead weight. You don't have to be in shape for it. In a way, the bigger you are, the better you do.
It's just,
In fact, the best ride I've ever had is after a minor stroke.
well, there's number 3.
I've just number 3 in a row. How do I do it?
By the way, what is this with the socks? I'm the sock guy.
Yeah.
And now you're like starting to intrude on my territory.
These are leggings.
Those are nice.
They go all the way up and they keep right to here. They keep me pushed and firm.
Yeah. Hey, stop! You're turning me on.
They're good looking. What is it? First day of school?
And it really is. I'm going to push them down.
Yeah, that looks better.
Now, the other thing that, I remember seeing a great photo of you on a beach someplace, casually talking to a topless bather.
Oh, yeah, that was in St. Bart's where they have a topless beach.
Yeah.
But,
And people don't say, keep moving, buddy, or get out of here, or...
No, it was taken, their backs were to camera, and they came up to me, so I was not, I was not going, woo, over here, woo, No, I'm very cautious to keep eye level, that sort of thing. And
You practical jokes, you play jokes on each other?
do we?
No, I don't.
Why is that? I think that's the next guest.
Something left over from
No,
Regis.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's what we did. We had a...
I learned from...
No.
I was
we
in
were
a little
doing
hockey.
You were?
No, it doesn't matter.
Why is that not true?
Oh.
So,
Go ahead.
we were going to the Three Amigos premiere.
Oh,
Chevy and I and Marty. And so we thought this would be a funny idea that we would, go in our Amigo outfits. So Chevy and I said, we called Marty and we said, hey, we're all going to wear our Amigo outfits because we'll get a lot of photos and stuff. And then Chevy and I thought about it. We thought, actually,
It's true.
actually, so we wore tuxedos. We didn't tell him.
And I, the new Amigos, hi, everyone.
Yes. So there was
Although I got all the photos, so it worked.
there's 2 Amigos and then the desperate Amigo.
Needy Amigo.
Steve will be back in a bit to perform something from his new CD entitled The Crow, and also, you folks lucky enough to be in town, although it's completely sold out.
Carnegie Hall tomorrow
completely
night.
sold
There are
out.
a few
A few seats left tomorrow night at Carnegie Hall. And this, of course, is Martin Short. Martin, always a pleasure. Thank you very
David.
much for
I'm
being
thrilled
here.
to be here.
And Steve Martin. See you in a bit. Thank you. Marty and Steve, we'll be right back with Leah Michelle, everybody. Coach.
Your local news starts now.
Okay, thank you very much. That's Coach's Corner, ladies and gentlemen, with San Francisco.
Mike Singletary.
Nice man, quite a coach, too. That's all very exciting. What? Look, ladies and gentlemen. Why am I waiting? Hi, Marty. Wow. Oh, no. Marty Short, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Marty, what brings you here? I know it couldn't be an invitation. Why?
No. Let me just put this here. I love to bring my own atmospherics.
Yes, that's very nice.
No, you didn't invite me, but Paul said stop by at any time.
Oh, well, it's always a pleasure.
Anything to liven up this mess, he said.
Yes, well, good.
Merry Christmas,
Merry
Pappy. I just
Christmas
want to
to
say
you.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. Good to see you.
I love the whole Santa outfit.
Thank you. Well, I guess, yes.
The white wig and the paunch, it's fantastic.
Well, I do what I can, as you know.
No, I'm just here to plug.
Oh,
my
really?
new Christmas special.
Oh, well, that's great. Tell us
Merry
about it.
Marty Christmas. We have guest stars John Gosselin and Tito Jackson. It's very exciting.
Oh, yes. We'll be
We're on
looking
tomorrow
for that
night on the Bravo channel after Celebrity Gender Swap. It's a new...
Yeah. Well, it's so nice to see you.
Well, it's nice to see you. And, I've been watching the show lately, and I noticed that entertainment-wise, it's... Well, not every night.
No, I understand.
There's about 75 other choices out there. But I love what you do. And although I've noticed from an entertainment standpoint, it's been a little light. So I thought... So I wondered if you'd like to hear maybe a Christmas song from the
how about that?
Really?
I would love that.
I wrote a song for the special celebrating the pending capture of bin Laden. Not to name drop, but he's a personal friend. And it's called Goodbye Al-Qaeda's Rose. But, they didn't catch him. So we've cut that from the special.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll do a different kind of song.
All right, we'd love to have
a celebration of Christmas and a celebration of you.
What a wonderful gift.
Oh, well, thank you. Should I do it right here?
No.
Oh, okay, then I'll
do it right over there. Marty's short. No, right over there.
Right over there?
Right over there, yes. Marty's
Thank you
short,
so much.
ladies and gentlemen.
In my business, or in our business,
Yeah.
the holidays, as we know, Pa, fabulous to see you, can be a difficult time full of pressures. Did I select the right gifts? Is the leopard skin fur I bought genuine? Should I tip my plastic surgeon? Send in the balls. Oh, look. One ball was late descending. Isn't that funny? But sometimes, all that holiday strain becomes overwhelming, and I don't know, we have dark thoughts. So, I guess what you call this is my holiday card to those of you who might feel the same way. Paul? Yeah! All right. Around this time of year, stress and angst are at a peak. Spending time with relatives to whom we barely speak. If the season gets you down and you're feeling sad and blue, remember these 11 words that I impart to you. Don't commit suicide at the holidays, 'cause that's one big cliche. If you're gonna end it, catch your friends off guard in May. There's no need for harikari, though you haven't any glee. It's premature to off yourself before they've carted off your tree. Tiger Woods dropped out of golf. Kanye West made such a stink. Paula Abdul's canned from Idol. Bernie Madoff's in the clink. Michael Phelps was caught with pot. And Pappy, you had trouble too. If these saps didn't end it all, then why on earth should you? Don't commit suicide on the holidays. It's commonplace and trite. Unless you're Kim Jong-il, then it seems just about right. Don't put your head in the Christmas oven, if for nothing else but this, that I, Marty Short, love you dearly, and send you this heartfelt kiss.
Marty Short, ladies and gentlemen.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Short. Beautiful. Great to have you here. All my best to your family. Marty Short. We'll be right back, everybody. Here. That's a lovely item. first guest is one of the funniest men on the planet. We're always thrilled and delighted when he takes time to visit. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our good friend, Martin Short. Martin, come on out. Good to see you, Marty.
Oh, my God.
I'm not kidding you. You look fantastic. Welcome back. How have you been?
So
What's going on?
Well, let me just say this. I am still in a state of shock when I heard that announcement from you yesterday that you're leaving the show. I mean... And even though I think it's a good idea, I think it's because I just think you're leaving at the top of your game. I really do.
Well, thank you.
But, I mean, it's a smart thing to do, because you peaked.
Yeah, right.
Everyone knows it.
Everybody else. No secret.
Oh, it's an old
I hear it all the time.
And don't come back like Sinatra.
No,
I'm
I
just
won't.
saying,
No,
when you
I
go,
won't.
stay away.
Stay away, yeah. But it's not...
Walk the beach.
It's Regis. Wasn't me, it's Regis.
Oh, so you're staying.
Yes, I'm staying.
Fun. That's a good thing.
Yeah, Paul is staying as well.
I'll be fabulous, there. Paul. Lovely to see you.
He does me. Marty does me.
You know that with the Rogaine, you don't drink it, you apply it, right? Sometimes he gets confused. And he needs to be guided.
Yeah, I see.
May I say, Pappy, have never looked more fantastic.
Well,
and
no,
I don't know what you're doing. I mean, no, really.
Thank you, but I know it's...
No, it's true. Oh, I'm going to lie. No, is it a cranberry facial? Are you wearing Spanx? It really is. Is that a Brazilian blowout? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like, I get the sense right now that I'm being interviewed by Justin Bieber.
I see. Well...
The only difference is when you lift Justin Bieber's bangs, there's another second complete set of bangs.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
I did not realize that.
Little show business secret.
The backup bangs.
Backup bangs.
Ready to go.
Yep.
Now, you know what I like is that you and Paul and many, many others, talented, funny people, are all from Canada. The list is endless, really.
Oh. There is no. I mean, when you think of it, there's Keanu Reeves, Robert Goulet, Paul Anka. But why burden you with the laundry list of Merv Griffin's failed marriages? I think we should. I think.
Really? Wow.
No, what?
I wasn't aware of that either. That's,
Oh, you got to read more.
I guess so. Yeah.
No, you know, actually, that I'm a citizen of Canada. I'm a citizen of the United States.
Good.
I have a United Kingdom passport.
Really?
And Republic of Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah,
because my father was born in the UK, my grandfather. So I don't just speak for Canada, I speak for every man, woman, and child on earth.
Well, that's
But I came as a Canadian, I came to the United States for the money, and I stayed for the complete and utter lack of health care. That was my...
Well, he's in the right place for that. Good for you. Have you seen that, the new Speaker of the House? Have you seen him?
Oh, John Boehner.
Yeah, John Boehner.
Yeah, I've loved it. He's, one of 56 children. Did you know that? Or 112. It's like the old lady in the shoe, and that's where he grew.
Yeah.
No, I love John Boehner because he's got that, he smokes about 4 or 5 packages of cigarettes a day. Mr. Healthcare.
Yeah.
And he's trying to reform it. And he has the quality to me of a guy that you wouldn't be stunned to hear he takes an early morning drink. I see him at the airport lounge saying to the bartender, "Are you aware of the ingredients of a rusty nail?" It's two parts Scotch, 1 part cranberry, and a maraschino cherry if you got the guts. She's got that Lucy voice, that later Lucy, Ethel, help me, girl. You know, when you smoke, your voice gets deep.
Let me see. Let's go back over that again.
Yeah.
The later Lucy voice.
Yes.
Take me through that one more time.
Well, you know, Lucy started off with, hey, Ethel, hey, girl, Ricky's going to be mad at me.
Yeah.
By the last series, it was, hey, Kim, Harry's mad at me. Sounded like a moose was being. It sounded like Sarah Palin was taking a shot at another moose.
Now listen.
As she's wont to do.
Speaking of healthcare, when we come back, I want to talk to you about. I know you actually studied medicine in college yourself.
Boy, you've done your homework.
That's right. We'll be right back to talk to Dr. Short, ladies and gentlemen. Look who's here, everyone. It's Martin Short. Talking about being from Canada and comparative health care benefits, and we find out that in college you were interested in a career in medicine. You're going to be a doctor. You went to medical
Yes,
school.
I went 2 years pre-meds.
Wow.
And then it dawned on me I wasn't interested in science. I was just a fan of the TV show Quincy. And...
well, that's not enough,
well,
really.
it can't carry you.
No.
It can't carry you right to the end.
Yeah.
But I did, you know, rounds. I used to be, and in some of the cases, stay with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember there was this one poor guy. He had been in this car accident, and he was fine, but he had broken his jaw in 5 places, and they had to wire his
5
jaw.
places fractured.
Fractured, and they had to wire it shut. And the doctor was there, this great doctor, and he was telling him, he said, you know, you cannot eat through your mouth for 6 weeks.
I've heard that.
And the guy went, 6 weeks? Oh, that's terrible. How will I live? What will I eat? And he said, well, we've got to feed you, and I'm not going to use medical terms because I don't want to lose you.
Right. I understand. I appreciate that, too.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
He said, we're going to have to feed you with a funnel through your back door. Yeah, it's all true. And you went, back door? Well, that doesn't seem very pleasant. And they said, well, you have very tiny veins, and that's the only way you can do it. All right. Well, I skipped lunch. I'm kind of hungry, he said. And they said, okay, well, what's for dinner? And they said, we have roast beef, broccoli, mashed potatoes, and hot chocolate. And he said, all right, well, let's get eating. And so they flipped him on his stomach. They flipped him on his stomach.
Right.
And they rigged the funnel. And they said, what do you want to start with first? And he's, well, I've always been partial to hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate.
So then they poured the hot chocolate in the funnel, and he went, ah! And the doctor said, too hot? No, too sweet.
Wow.
It's the amazing the experiences that stay with you.
Yeah. Well, I can see as a med student that would be traumatic.
Oh, it's
yeah. Well,
never saw that in Ben Casey.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy. Now, Martin, I don't. You're always so generous, and I don't know if I can do this or not. But could I prevail upon you for a song?
Well, yeah. I don't even know. Do we have any equipment to sing that song?
Oh, yeah, you have a microphone right there.
Look at this.
How about that? Will that do?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I love that expression, especially when you're getting older. So, you know, well, I did think of something in case you asked me to sing a song. And again, I thought you were leaving the show. Yeah. So I was planning to sing Good Night, Late Night Rose. But it's not appropriate, but I have this other idea of a song, and it's kind of something that I'd like to sing to you, Dave. It's a personal song.
No, I don't know.
No,
Marty,
You've got to be open. This song is about man and man feelings for each other.
Let's just go over there. Just go right over there.
Oh, just over here?
Yeah, I'll get the hot chocolate ready. You go right over there.
Well, that's...
Yeah, right here.
Then I'll see you later.
I'll be here. We'll see you later, yeah.
All right, very good.
Thank you very much.
You know, in my business, or in our business, there's a traditional career path. TV, movies, then Broadway, your own special, reality show host, Chabad Telethon, dinner theater, the Palm Springs Follies, and then this show. It's quite enough, Pa. But the challenge on this magical journey is to stay relevant and fresh. And if you really want to remain white hot in the press, there's only one place to go. Polly?
If you want to be a star, then you better go to rehab. Take some pills and hit the bar. Then smile for People magazine. You can ridicule my plan. Who would want to go to rehab? Now Robert Downey's Iron Man. No one makes more than Charlie Sheen. It may be alcohol or pills, or something nobody expects. You'll kill when you're on Dr. Phil. With your new book, I'm hooked on sex. Don't waste time with Nicorette. Take your butts and head to rehab. Share a bunk with Dave Arquette, Courtney Love, or Andy Dick. When Rush Limbaugh went away, I'll say that news did kind of jolt me. But by early the next day, he'd become our new Nick Nolte. Nancy, Britney, Liza, Whitney. I'm jonesing for rehab. Call Dr. Drew and Betty Ford. Here I come, I'm checking in. Here I come, I'm checking in. I'll check back out and check back in. I'll check back out and check back in. Here's to my future with some
Lovely. The great Martin Short, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Dave.
Great to see you. Happy New Year, my
Happy
friend.
New Year, man.
Never better. Thank you, folks. Marty Short. We'll be right back with Greta Gerwig, everybody. Our first guest is one of the funniest men on the planet, and to be fair, I think in the known universe.
Yes.
He'll be performing at the Orpheum Theater in Wichita, Kansas on Saturday, May 21st. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Mr. Show Business, our good friend Martin Short. Marty! Marty.
Oh, Dave.
Boy, you look great. You're looking fantastic, my friend.
You know, I do look good.
Yeah.
I'm looking at myself. Have I had work done?
I don't
know.
I just don't know.
Well, you know, it's a very simple regimen I have. I have a slim fast in the morning, slim fast at lunch, and a sensible purge for dinner. And it really works for me.
I see.
And, you know, normally I would go on and on about how great you look, but I can't this time.
Really? Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Because you don't. You look tired.
Well,
you know, you do.
I feel a little tired.
You know, look, we're friends. I can say there's a bloat going on.
Bloat, yeah, a little bit.
No, I mean, no, I am kidding. I am kidding. You look fantastic.
No, I believe you.
No, you don't. I'm doing a reverse psychology.
Reverse, yeah.
No, you could listen. You should be in those movies, in that vampire movies, the shirtless guy. That's it. Really?
Well.
You got a whole Chaz Bono thing going on. Bono.
Thank you very much.
I don't know what that means, but you do exude it.
Thank you, and I feel that way.
You're mindless facially.
And
Paul, you look absolutely fabulous.
Thank you, Marty. Yes,
and that whole Vin Diesel look is working for you.
I appreciate it. I should be the show.
So great. You know, normally when someone's been given their walking papers, they phone it in, but Paul is really committing, isn't
what? What?
Oh, he doesn't know?
What has he heard?
No, never mind, Paul. It's
Wait
fine.
a minute.
No, it's fine.
What?
It's all
Wait a
good.
second.
No, it's all just good. Now you've had characters that are really on the edge, fringe-like characters.
Well, no, I did create in my life characters that were bizarre and unusual, and often in the shows like SCTV and Saturday Night Live, the cast hated them.
Really?
And the crew, yeah. I did a character.
And the crew as
and the
well.
Crew, you know, I did a character once, Jackie Rogers, and it was I used to go into the writer's room. I didn't know what I'd do with this character, but I'd always be singing, "She loves me, and my amazement." And I thought, well, he can be a cheesy lounge singer, but then, you know, Bill Murray had a big hit with Nick Winter on Saturday Night Live.
Sure.
So I thought, I can't do that. Then I thought, well, what if I write a scene where the character dies in it? Then, you know, who can say, you know, he's ripping anybody off because the character's dead. So I wrote the scene called Old Mother Nature, She Loves Me, where Jackie Rogers would sing upbeat tempo ballad type songs to different animals in the forest. You know, so at one point in the scene, I'm singing to a squirrel, "Pardon me, miss, but I never done this with a real live squirrel." And then you cut to a lurking cougar who's watching, and then the cougar jumps in and kills Jackie.
Kills Jackie?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And at the very end, I needed, in the circle wipe, as we're promoting the special of the late Jackie Rogers, his son to come and say, "I miss my dad. I hope you won't Thursdays at 9." And I just seen a picture of Mickey Rooney Jr., and he looked kind of albino, so I decided to make him a cross-eyed albino character. So about a month later...
Now, was Jackie Rogers Jr. any better received than Jackie Rogers?
Well, Jackie Rogers, they didn't mind, but Eugene Levy, about a month later, said, "Why don't we do a scene with where I play Bobby Bittman, the lounge singer, comic, and with Jackie Rogers?" And I said, "Well, it's going to have to be the son." And he said, "No, I don't want to work with the son. I want to work with the father." And I said, "Well," "the father's dead. You can't. Well, the father was killed by a lurking cougar. You got to work with the son." And he said, "Well, I don't want to work with the son." "Well, then forget it." So we never did it.
Well,
but Catherine O'Hara always said, you know, it's not that people hated Jackie. We just didn't know how to love him.
Yeah, that's right. But now, Ed Grimley, everyone loved Ed Grimley.
Ed Grimley loved.
And he was... There were many things wrong with Ed Grimley.
Well, he was an exuberant little thing. He would get up in the morning and just, "I can't believe the day has started, and yet here I am, I must say." No, he had mental issues, but he was more... But for every, you know, then there was Irving Cohen, the mean old... You know, I don't know. Listen, when the crew hates your characters, what do you get?
Well, yeah, what can you do? When your crew hates you and tries to kill you with a radio. But now, where did you first do Jerry Lewis? That was SCTV, wasn't it?
I did Jerry Lewis on SCTV. And that was the only time on SCTV when I actually got hurt doing a sketch. I was doing Jerry Lewis, Lewis Sings Dylan. Jerry Lewis sings the songs of Bob Dylan.
How would that go?
And, well, you know, we'd like a bunch of vignettes, and at one point I'm running down a street and a giant rock is chasing me like a rolling stone. And, but then we had, I was on a podium a 12-foot podium, and I had little Velcro pieces all to my clothes and everything. And the premise was I was singing, "The answer, my friend, is rolling in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wah!" And they pull, and all my clothes would go off, and I'd be polka dot underwear. And I was at a 12-foot podium, but they pulled, and nothing happened. And it didn't. The Velcro didn't go, and I went flying and landed.
Oh, flat on the floor.
Flat on the floor.
Oh, that's
But then,
awful.
you know, I just, you know, I thought I was injured, and then I picked myself, ate a lozenge, and said, "Hey, I'm all good."
Yeah. We'll be right back with Martin Short, everybody. Okay, Martin Short is here. You know, Marty.
Yes.
I read something today that I thought, wow, what a tremendous idea. Why has it taken it this long? And what will it be? You and your good friend, Steve Martin, combining talents to do a live stage show.
Yes, June 19th in Chicago.
Yeah, in Chicago. And it's what theater in Chicago, do you know? Yeah, don't know. Sold out, a massive hit, big success.
Well, I think the tickets are going okay.
Yeah. So
I love Chicago. You know, last time I was in Chicago, I was on Oprah.
You were on Oprah?
Yeah. That is until Stedman came in. Then I quickly.
Wow.
What?
Wow.
I think that's kind of clever.
Yeah, it is cute. It is cute.
I was saving that for the big Fallon show on June 3rd, but I just decided to do it here.
I appreciate you breaking it in here before you go to the big shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do it again there.
Yeah, of course you can do it again because nobody's watching now.
Yeah.
But one wonders, you and Steve, and I know Steve is a multifaceted, multi-talented, great guy. Same can be said for yourself. What will happen?
Well, we're just kind of sorting it out. I mean, look, Steve is a, I think it's safe to say he's a genius. Not particularly true, but safe. It's safe to say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. It is safe.
And it's brilliant actor. There's no greater actor. Whenever I see Steve in a film, I always think, boy, is Steve acting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I love you. He was my closest. He was there when all three of my children were conceived. I mean, I know this man. He's an old
friend. Yeah.
I know because I was out of town making a movie.
Now listen. So
see, on a roll.
Yeah,
that's what you're going to get.
Exactly.
Little snippets of this.
And he
plus then some.
Oh my God! Look at that. There's a candelabra and a beautiful piano over there. Is that with you?
Oh, for heaven's! Did I bring a piano?
I don't know.
You know, I got so much on my plate. What with Fallon coming up and everything. When you got a Fallon looming, you don't just.
You know, that's right. You got to have that check.
But I guess, I mean, I guess I could do a number that.
Oh, you brought a microphone.
If someone would like to hear me do a number.
Beautiful. Let's do it.
Put it.
Is that working?
I don't know. Is this working? Aha, it's working.
Yeah.
You know, as you know, Dave.
Yeah, and you're not going to sing it here. I know that's what you want to do, but you're not going to sing it here. Go over there.
Well, Leno would let me.
Well, fine. I don't see him in the building.
Oh. Well, then I can. Well, look, the main thrust of this song is, you know, as you know, Osama bin Laden died.
That's what I heard.
I mean, again, I've been busy, but I just Googled it yesterday.
Googled it.
I did the Google. And I think that, you know, I think we are filled with so many emotions that I wrote a song for the night. And
Good.
Again, you know, I'll do what you say, but right there.
No. You go sit on Jay's desk.
Okay, I'll sit on Jay's desk.
Go over there.
All right, well, you know, in my business, or in our business, we like to reminisce about times in our lives that made us feel important. I remember all the nights I've spent at sing-alongs around the piano in Dave's rec room. And you know, it's interesting. You're really struck by two things when you walk into Dave's home: the priceless works of American art and how loud his television is blasting. It's a duel. But this song isn't about Dave. It's about a different curmudgeon who happened to be a terrorist, the late Mr. Osama bin Laden. Listen up.
Goodbye, Al-Qaeda's rose. Your beard never seemed too clean to me, so I'm glad they washed you off before they dumped you in the sea. In the afterlife, 6 dozen virgins sure sounded swell, so it must have burned your ass when you ended up in hell. It seems to me you lived your life like a bastard in the sand, never knowing when the U.S. Navy SEALs would land. They caught you by surprise inside your secret base. Could have shot you anywhere, but why not in the face? Goodbye, Al-Qaeda's rose. To the world you were mad, and to your kids and 22 wives, you were also a deadbeat dad. $1 million bounty placed on your head. You were wanted dead or alive, but in the end, we went with dead. It seems to me you lived your life like an ass in the sand, getting whacked in an attack in rural Pakistan. You reached the lowest limits of the human race. Could have shot you anywhere. How about in the face? Had the chance to shoot you anywhere. So we shot you in the
Excuse me. Thank you very much. Martin Short, ladies and gentlemen, and the Singing Seals. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Marty Short.
Thank you, David.
We'll be right back.
1, 2, 3.
Now, I was stunned to find out, I had no idea, there's so much television now. There's like 1,000 channels, and everybody, the late night shows and the morning shows and the daytime shows. You have a daytime show, and I'm so embarrassed I had no idea about this.
Yeah, well, you know, I've had a daytime talk show with Marty Short.
Marty Short.
Yes. And,
He's
you know,
great.
He's great. And, you know, it's hard to get traction because there's so many talk shows.
Saying, yeah.
And, you know, I don't like to come on to promote, but this show has been on for 2.5 years.
Your show?
Yeah. And, you know, it's hard. You know, we're having trouble finding an audience.
Right.
I mean, you know, even a studio audience. You know, it's just we can't get publicity. And so what I've done is I put together what they call a sizzle reel. You know what that is?
Well, I think I can infer what it is.
You take a video of your best stuff, and you clip it all together into a hot sizzle reel, and it gets the audience sizzling hot, you know, to see.
Now, do we want to see
show.
the sizzle reel now, or do you want to see it now? Okay, I'm excited.
You want to see the
are
sizzle
you ready?
reel?
I'm ready.
So this is like you know, a collection of stuff over the best stuff over the 2.5 years we've been on the air. We're hoping that will.
I feel so stupid, Steve. I had no idea.
Yeah, you got to get the ratings up.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. We're going to see the. What do you call the show?
It's called Steve and Marty.
Steve and Marty. Here it is, the sizzle reel.
It's time for the Steve and Marty Show. And now, here's Steve Martin and Martin Short.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you all?
The traffic was so thick.
How thick?
That it was hard. It was so thick that it was actually quite hard to move through.
Our next guest used to be much more successful, but then she gained a tremendous amount of weight.
And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love you. I ran out of breath.
Now, our next guest is an actress, and I really don't know who she is. So the cheese goes between the bread.
Between the bread.
You were in The Addams Family, is that correct?
That's right.
Yeah, that was a big flop, wasn't it? Yeah. And what is this called?
This is called a grilled cheese.
Hey, Marty, do your impression of Paul, because I think that's so funny.
I love to play for Dave Letterman. Yeah.
That's so funny. I think it's great, too.
Oh, don't put your arms there.
What?
What's your big beat?
Oh, please, don't put your hands on
don't
the
do
table.
that.
Can you describe, say, one of the plays you've been in, as though we were interested? Go ahead.
Let's see. I did Waiting for Godot. It's sort of an existential.
Oh! You don't bring me flowers anymore.
Hey, do your impression of Nathan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like to appear on Broadway.
No, make fun of him to his face. Do it to his face.
Okay.
You guys are ass.
That is a Sizzle reel. Yeah. I'm going to watch. When?
Okay.
When and where can, where can I see it?
You know, I don't know what channel it's on, which is that's a bad publicist.
Yeah, that's right. But that's why we have TV Guide,
Yeah,
for
that's
God's
right,
sake.
yeah.
Sure. We'll be right back with Steve Martin, ladies and gentlemen.